Okay, so this is going to be how we make our program to do all of our fancy calculations for us. You're going to go ahead and go into New. You're going to name the program RAM. Right now it's on Alpha Lock. So you just have to find the letters on your screen. R, oops, A, M, hit enter, and you're going to start. Your screen should be blank. I already had this one started, and it's a lot to type in, and you're going to see that in a minute, so I'm not going to restart everything. These are your inputs that you're going to type in. When it is bold, that means it's coming from the catalog. So to get that first line back, I'm going to hit second, 0, which takes me to my catalog. I want to go to the ones that, it's in alphabetical order, so I want to go to C's. It's an alpha lock right now, and I see that by that little A in the top. Go ahead and go down to C. I'm looking for the one that says clear home, and it's going to be capitalized just how that one is. One more. There it is. Hit enter. So I've input that. You're going to go, and the next thing I can do is I want my input. My input I got from doing second catalog. You're looking for I, which is above x squared, and there's my input. So I would scroll down, and I would go ahead and hit my input. This prompts on your screen, it's going to prompt you, and you're going to put quotation marks, second alpha, quotation marks. When you do second alpha, that locks your letters, and you're going to type in number of intervals. In that, this is your space, comma n. The comma n doesn't mean anything to you, but you need to have it. Once you have your n, I would go down, and to get to your next line of input, and anytime you see the colons, that means you need a new line of input, you would hit enter, and it's going to take me down. Those next three things you already have, or I already have in. It's the same thing over, you're just changing the letters that you're typing in. So I'm going to start. That is the first thing I'm going to actual calculation I'm prompting my calculator to do. I type that in by saying parentheses, alpha, and then here's my R. That's a subtract, and then I hit alpha, L, parentheses, divide, and then I hit alpha, N. That arrow in your directions is actually the stow button, so I stowed that into alpha, W. Hit enter again, it's going to take me to this line of code that you need to type in. It looks complicated, but it really isn't too terrible. Here it is right here. Sum I got from the catalog menu. So second catalog, went to my S's. You scroll all the way to the bottom. I'm sorry, it's not really the bottom, but you scroll until you find some parentheses, hit enter. Alpha W times parentheses. Sequence came from my catalog. It's bolded, so I hit second catalog, and it took me to that screen. This is the sequence you need to pick. It's going to be the one that has lowercase and an open set of parentheses. And then you would type Y1. The way that I found Y1 is the same way that we did when we do like our scatter plots. So I went to variables, Y variables, function, option 1. We just pull our function from Y1. Don't need two of those. The comma is here, X, alpha L, comma, alpha R, subtract W, comma, W, parentheses, parentheses, stow it in X. The next line of code is display, which came from my catalog again. So I went through and I found display. So I did second catalog, went to my D's, found display. I had to type in quotation marks LRAM. So make sure, that's the big thing too, is when I have quotation marks in this program, you need to too. Your equal sign, you guys actually know where it is. It's a menu you know. It's second math, and there it is, option 1. Comma T. So that now is going to display that calculation for me, which is what we want. So now I'm on this one. Catalog, and I'm going to type it away. So I went to my catalog menu, I found sum. It started my parentheses for me. I'm going to go ahead and do second alpha, which gives me my W, wrong one. Sorry, alpha W times, and I'm going to start my set of parentheses, but I'm going to need to put sequence in. So second catalog, I want to find my S's. So there he is, sequence, and then variable, y1, comma, x, comma, alpha L plus alpha W, comma, alpha R, comma, alpha W, parentheses, parentheses, stow, alpha T. Oh, T. Just double check that you have the right number of parentheses. Everything kind of looks good. Enter, and now I'm on that line of code. So second, that guy, we're going to go into D. So display, this is rate RAM. So display rate RAM, all that jazz, good. The next one, I'm gonna move that down so I can keep my focus. This is a long one. So second, catalog. I'm actually going to do a shortcut to T. It's quicker to get to sum. So sum of alpha W times, and then I need to go parentheses, second, catalog S, go down to my sequence. Opens its own set of parentheses, variables to get to my Y1, comma, X, comma, alpha L plus parentheses, alpha W divide 2, parentheses, comma, alpha R minus parentheses, alpha W divide 2, parentheses, comma, alpha W parentheses, parentheses, stow, alpha T. That's the worst part. We're almost done. Enter. We're going to do second catalog to get to my display. So display. I'm going to go ahead and alpha lock that. I have a few things to talk or to type. M R A M. Okay, stop is the last thing you need to do, and you're going to get that through your catalog menu. I'm going to go ahead and go down to T. There he is. Enter, and we should be done. Okay, so in order for this program to work, you need to have the function you want stored in Y1. You're going to go to Program. EXEC means execute, so you're going to hit 1. Hit enter to get it started. Number of intervals. This was on our homework assignment from Thursday night. So I'm going to divide this area into 4 pieces. My left endpoint is going to be 0. My right endpoint is going to be 1. Left RAM 0.53125, right RAM 0.78125, middle RAM, which we did not talk about on Thursday, 0.671875. So it runs and it's great. If you're watching my video, the step right here where my pen is, I went through and I put Y1 in for you, and I accidentally deleted that. So if you get an error, it's probably in that line. To edit it, you just go to Program, to Edit, and you use your arrows to kind of scroll through. So if you get an error, there's either a parentheses, something is missing. If you go back through and kind of check the lines, it might be a painstaking process. Maybe you want to start over and do it. Either way, this program, I would want my calculator one way or another. So if it took me 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes to get it in correctly, I would rather spend that time doing that than doing this by hand, because I think you saw how quickly I was able to check all of my work.